Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of the worst BG known to man. I've been thinking about Unholy, and I've been wondering, like, why does Unholy need Deathcoil? Deathcoil is probably the most useless ability that DKs have. It doesn't do that much damage. It no longer gives us the benefits from our rune weapon. And it's just all around bad. They need to buff Deathcoil damage or something. Because as of right now, it's just like the only way to spend runic power, other than Epidemic, or not Epidemic, Outbreak. It's just not that good. It doesn't feel powerful. Every other ability does way more damage than Deathcoil.
I don't have a target.
I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Do some math hammer on it, because Deathcoil is just... oh, it needs something. It needs something to make it pizzazzy and beautiful again. A beautiful ability to use in combat. Am I gonna get rogue jumped? I feel like I'm gonna get rogue jumped. Yep, well, he's too late. You're too late, rogue.
We need more azurite.
You're way too late. Oh, I fell down a mountain. Now there's another rogue down here. Oh, come on, don't stun me. You don't have to stun me all the time. Holy dot damage. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, they nerfed Wandering Plague, and that was kind of like our primary range damage, you know, for our PvP talent. And now, unless you take, like, Clawing Shadows, which I always take anyways, your Deathcoil is your primary ranged damage dealer. But it's so weak. It's just... it doesn't even feel like it does anything. It needs some sort of updated animation or damage or something to make it feel better. So here's a Deathcoil. Did nothing. Literally nothing. Here's a Deathcoil. Here's a Deathcoil. He actually heals more than the Deathcoil deals because of this paladin. It's weak sauce. It's so weak sauce. How much damage does it actually do? Let's find where's my Deathcoil. I don't even know where. It's not even on my bar here. Well, I mean it isn't, but it's in a macro. It does 1k damage. 1k damage. Clawing Shadows does 1k damage, and it pops a wound, which does extra damage. Our dot, our Wandering Plague, not Wandering Plague, our Outbreak dot does like 2 or 3 Deathcoils worth of damage. I don't get it. Like, why is it like that? Deathcoil should be like, oh my gosh, I got a Deathcoil ready. Prepare to die. But instead it's like, I'm throwing cotton balls at you, and they're just kind of bouncing off your face. Throwing cotton balls. Look at this, Deathcoil. It, well, that was a deflection, but it just whiffed off into nowhere. Okay, here, I'll throw another one. Here we go. Okay, it did like 888 damage. That's not that much. Granted, we got other stuff ticking, but I mean, when you throw a Deathcoil, it should be like, see, his health bar didn't even move. It didn't even move with a Deathcoil. That just makes me depressed, seeing stuff like that. in the game. Deathcoil, Deathcoil, nothing. Not even 25% of his health. I'm hoping Blizzard sees this video about Deathcoils, or someone forward it to them, and just show them how bad of a spot Deathcoil is in. Yes, it reduces dark transformation on our ghoul, but who cares? Who cares if it reduces dark transformation on your ghoul? That's not the point. We don't want to like be in a PvP situation and be like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna dark transformation my ghoul, when you throw a Deathcoil that's supposed to do damage. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's not what you want. PvE, yeah, whatever. I mean, you get dark transformation up more, but every other situation, even like soloing mobs out in the open world, you don't want to throw a Deathcoil and have the mob survive and still come and kick your face in. Let's stop this healer from healing as soon as I can get some runes. What is this? Are they both healers? I think they were.
Grab these supplies if you need them, but don't lose sight of the Banshee Queen's prize.
Okay, here we go. I got Deathcoil for this guy. We're just gonna see how much it does flat if I ever catch up to him. I'm gonna throw a Deathcoil and watch it bounce off of his face. 883. Barely moved his health bar. My ghoul can crit for more than a Deathcoil. If your ghoul is transformed, you can literally crit more than a Deathcoil. How does that even make sense? The iconic, or one of the iconic abilities of an Unholy DK, and it's just like, why does it exist? Before we exit this BG, since we're talking about Deathcoils, check this out. Check this out. So Virulent Explosion, of course it's our number one, right? Because it's our AoE. Melee, 40k. Festering Strike, which is, you know, basically our primary rune, or not rune, Festering Wound generator. And then we got Deathcoil. How many times did we cast Deathcoil? 28 hits for 28k. That means on average, a Deathcoil does 1k damage. People have like, I don't know, 30k health roughly. So you're doing 1/30th of a person's health with one Deathcoil when you generate Deathcoil so slowly. I don't know. That's it, guys. Just petition Blizzard for Deathcoil buffs.